His name's Glenn Miller. He's running for U.S. Senate. I'm going to just, what the hell now? Let's give him a call and just see whether or not we can find out what his political agenda is. Who knows? He may grant us an interview.
Hello.
Good afternoon. My name is Eli Smith. I'm calling from the All Digital Radio Network. I was wondering if it might be possible to speak with Mr. Glenn Miller.
You got him.
Mr. Miller, how are you today, sir?
Wonderful.
I'm sorry, I'm the segment producer for the Sir Darryl radio experience, and Darryl had been speaking about your ads on the show. Show is actually live in progress right now, and he actually believes that he might want to support what you're doing. He finds it very intriguing and wanted to know if it was possible to just take a couple of minutes of your time and talk to you on air about your political agenda.
Yeah, put me on. I'll be glad to speak with him.
All right, he's about to come back from break right now, and he'll be taking your call immediately.
Okay, sounds
Hold
good.
just 1 second. All right, people, it's time to come back from break, right? Where is my, if I could get my break music, there we go. Here we go.
The Sir Darryl Radio Experience.
Welcome back, everybody. Most listened to radio program around. The Sir Darryl Radio Experience. I understand on our Super Celebrity Hotline, we actually have Mr. Miller himself. Mr. Miller, welcome to the Sir Darryl Radio Experience, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm happy to have you. We were looking through your political agenda, and I actually played some of the commercials, sir, that you put out to the people, and I noticed that there's a huge uproar and a big stir about that. I have a theory. I believe that any time a person in this country, particularly a Caucasian American, expresses himself and says what he actually feels, the world jumps all over him as though white people do not have the same rights to express themselves as other people in this nation. And I'm wondering if I could get your reply to that.
Yes, that's exactly true. It's been that way for a long time.
See, I know how to schmooze. I mean,
white people are third-class citizens. We're not allowed equal rights with other people.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to unite and organize to work in our own interests.
Right.
The same way with blacks, Hispanics, Asians, Jews, and all the rest. They have literally hundreds of organizations, highly financed, some of them, that work solely for the specific interests of their racial groups. And nobody calls them racist.
Ever.
Some of those groups are financed in part by our tax dollars. But white people, we're not clannish.
If you're just tuning in, people, we're speaking with Glenn Miller. He's running for the U.S.
But
Senate.
it's also
the blacks and the Jews.
An attribute to our race that has caused us to rise above all the people on earth. We ruled the world for hundreds of years.
Yes.
It's because of our dispositions, our differences. But we're just not clannish. We don't bitch, do we?
No.
And then everybody runs all over us, including the government. The government says, hell, white people don't care. Look at them. They don't complain. We do anything to them. We've got to satisfy these minorities. They're the ones just bitching. They're the ones just raising Cain, marching, demonstrating, and burning and looting. We got to satisfy them in order to keep the status quo in business as usual.
You're making actually excellent. Yes, you're making excellent points. I saw on your website, sir, where you said that it's not illegal for white people to protest, and then you said yet. Do you believe we're actually going to get to a day where it will technically be illegal for white people to express themselves?
It's already in Europe now. Europe has been filled by millions and millions of non-white peoples from Africa, Asia, the Middle East, and everywhere else. And they have laws against inciting to racial hatred. In other words, if you complain about your country being filled up by African pygmies, for example,
yes,
you can be arrested over that for inciting racial hatred.
Yes.
You can't tell the truth about what's going on around you because it'll offend minorities.
I recently did a research on my show. We do these things called spontaneous research, and I called up a movie theater, and I simply asked a simple question, and I don't believe that this question was offensive, but I asked, is there a list of movie theaters that are not predominantly populated by African Americans. And I did not say that because I didn't want to be around African Americans. I said it because every time that I go to a movie theater and there is a large amount of African Americans in the audience, the movie is disrupted. They are talkative, they're laughing, they're throwing at the screen. And the lady who answered my call seemed to be completely taken aback by that. And I'm thinking to myself, this is an extremely legitimate question that I'm asking. If we can't go out in the society anymore where we're not accosted by this ethnic type of behavior, then I don't feel like we even have our country anymore. And it's saddening me because we're a far cry from what the Founding Fathers wanted. If the Founding Fathers had ever anticipated an African American being the President of the United States, they would have put such things in place that it could have never happened. I think that the reason why it's not even written into the Constitution that a black man could not be a president of the United States of America is because it was so unfathomable to them that it wasn't necessary to state.
That's exactly. The thought never occurred to them. It was so outrageous.
So ridiculous.
Unthinkable. But blacks are not only disruptive and unruly in theaters, for example, but they're violent around white people. I mean, if you go to a theater anywhere where it's predominantly black, your chances of being violently assaulted are greatly increased.
Absolutely. Absolutely.